What makes us Jamaica? The culture, the economy, the environment, the economy, everything. We want to ensure that whatever we do, we don't criminalize.
When I look at where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed, and I close my eyes and smile. Sometimes I feel like
we thank you for such a wonderful day, dear Father, where we can partner with other team members, dear Father, for the betterment of the nation. Dear God, thank you for giving us the opportunity and the resources to do such a thing. It is really indeed a blessing and an honor. Dear God, help that whatever we do today, dear Father, will be for the glorification of your ministry, dear Father, so that we can continue being a blessing to others as you continue to bless us. Dear God, continue to guide and protect all our work, all our initiatives, dear God, so that we can be and continue to be emblems for your eternal kingdom. Bless us, dear God. Guide us once more and help us to have a wonderful time in your presence today. In your mighty and holy name I pray. Amen. Amen.
Creating a strong business and building a better world are not conflicting goals. They are both essential ingredients for long-term success. Bill Ford. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure having you here today in our handing over ceremony of stationery supplies to the Jane Plus team. I am honored to have this opportunity as the CSR chairperson to welcome you all here today, to our Senior Director of Corporate Services, Mrs. Amorley Ibert, Mr. Desert Beckford, Director of Human Resource Management and Development, other members of the CSR Committee, and Mr. Aldine Williams and team. The authority thanks you in participating with us to execute this initiative as we continue to positively impact lives.
What makes us Jamaica? The culture, the economy, the environment, the economy, everything. We want to ensure that whatever we do, we don't criminalize. It must be in alignment with our culture in general. So that's how the Sustain-A-Livity came about. I was inspired of that. So, and from there, Livity for I. How we are going to operationalize this, and it's the 4 I's. Right? So, how we view CSR. You might have noted that what we said that we have the SDG goals, and with the SDG goals, technically we have integrated the SDG goals also with the CSR. And you will find that internationally, that is the way our top 500, Fortune 500 companies are going, because what they have done now is that, we like, another thing about us, we like to be on cusp of international best practices. First in class. When we tend to try to do it. Yeah, we sound like we're full of it, but it's true, we try to do it. What we've noted that with the 14500 now, and who is taking a lot of interest in CSR, it is no longer tangible stuff like, for instance, data driven, like, bottom line and all of that. When the investors come into the country, or they are looking at a particular company, they are more looking at, what are you doing for your people? What are you doing for the economy? What are you doing for the environment? What are you doing socially? Everything. They are looking at those are intangible stuff. And so we noted that, and based on that, we have started to incorporate all CSR stuff within our normal operations. We don't, so this is just the surface that our people, our team members are giving back, but we go deeper in terms of our giving back to our social responsibility. This is how we do our operations, our conduct our operations. If we are evaluating a company that wishes to come and operate in Jamaica, we are using the SDG goals, or they come in, what the environment, how the environment is, or what impact they are going to have on the environment. Are they going to, in terms of when they are hiring stuff, is there equality? But it's equal with men and women. Are they giving back in terms of doing educating their employees? What plans do they have in terms of all of those things we are assessing? So it is an integral part.
Okay, so good morning and welcome again, everyone, to this very enriching handover ceremony of school supplies to the Jamaican Network of Seropositives, also called JN+. So JN+ was originally introduced to the authority through our very own Director of Human Resource Management and Development, Mr. Desi Bedford. Our previous chair and I quickly met with the Support Services Officer, Mr. Aldine Williams, and Program Manager, Mr. Dane Lewis, where we were formally introduced to JN+. Though brief, we had an impactful discussion about JN+ and its mandate to serve and empower people living with and affected by HIV and AIDS, and their goals to implement programs and services to achieve this. We then reviewed their proposal with the aim to conduct this back-to-school initiative in the short future. This initiative was delayed firstly because the authority was in its execution stage for the infamous 8th Annual International Conference and Exhibition, ACE, in June 2022. However, soon after, Ms. Novia Hines took the mantle to lead the initiative and began communications with the JN+ team. With the strive needed, Novia continuously checked with her CSR team members for budget allocation and guidance in documenting the process for this accomplishment. She also planned the ceremony for an official handover. I think at this moment, we can all applaud her for her efforts. With that being said, I take this moment to say thank you to Novia, the CSR team, and then to hand over to Mrs. Hibbert to do the official handover. Thank you.
Special Economic Zone Authority, it gives me great pleasure in presenting these. It's just a memento, a little thing of our conscious effort to play a part in giving back to our children. They are the future, and it's important that we do some form of investment in our future. That's right? Yes. Amen? Amen. Yeah. So thank you guys for gathering these things for them, and over to you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As a membership organization, JN+ advocates for the rights and concerns of people living with and affected by HIV and AIDS. So through this mandate, we serve and seek to empower people living with HIV in all aspects of life, psychosocial, educational, vocational, and socially. It is through these lenses we conducted our routine needs assessment and found and uncovered the demand within the community we serve for a back-to-school initiative to assist with preparations for the new school term. The need for assistance with back-to-school supplies for children was found to be the most profound among our members. Guided by a principle, each one help one, it only takes one person, one time to change a life. The Jamaica Special Economic Zone Authority answered a call for help, one that has brought us here together. Thank you to the stakeholders and coordinating team for making this possible. We are beyond grateful to be one of your beneficiaries under the Corporate Services Responsibility Outreach arm of the organization, and hope to further build on this collaboration and forge new partnerships. Our members will be most appreciative of this support during these difficult and pressing times. In the spirit of gratitude, I use this opportunity to introduce to you our Stigma-Free Space initiative, aimed at creating inclusive and sensitive work environments across Jamaica for people living with HIV. We extend this invitation to you and your partners in creating a better environment for us all. As out of many, we are truly one people. Once again, thank you.
And I am here with you today, my colleagues, partners, and we're here because of the CSR Committee that is under the Corporate Services Unit. And so I would like to take the opportunity to thank our partners, JN+, as well as the extended CSR Committee for being here today to participate in the handing over of these school supplies which are needed for those who are most vulnerable among us. So we give you thanks for joining us, for participating in this initiative. This is the first that we have embarked on of this type within the organization. And so we are most grateful to have the opportunity through you to express our gratitude to society and give back just a little. So we say thank you to you for coming here today to share with us in this handing over. There is a phrase that I'm sure everyone knows. It takes a village to raise a child. In this case, it's not only a child that is being raised, but it's also awareness. And I was not acutely aware of your mandate until I heard of this initiative. And so I am leaving this experience a better person, more enlightened, more aware. And I thank you for your efforts. I thank you for, over the last, what would this be? Like, how many years have you been? About 20 years? 25 years that you have been putting pedal to the wheel, supporting those who are vulnerable, supporting the unseen. We give you thanks for your efforts, and we hope that this initiative, as minute as it might be in the big scheme of things, will impact those lives, those persons who need it most. And so we say thank you, and we champion your cause. We thank you for your efforts. Alrighty. We also would like to thank Mrs. Amorli Hibbard, our Senior Director, the Corporate Services Unit. She has always been acutely aware, very unique, marches to the beat of her own drum. Yes. And that drum is one that is filled with sensitivity, with care, and with love. She has always understood and shared the authority's conviction and ethos that communities are healthiest when our resources are equally shared, and that everyone has the ability to access education, as education underpins long-term social and economic well-being. And she's a champion of that charge, and we thank you, we recognize you, we see you. Thank you. Alrighty. I know that she's spent many long hours, I'm sure, trying and working assiduously to establish and justify having a robust CSR committee within the organization. We honor you and we thank you.
Yes.
Alrighty. So remarkably, she is a continued support to our initiatives here, and she champions our initiatives, and we welcome you, we thank you, and we are most grateful for your works. We would also like to thank our newly appointed chair, Sasha K. Richards. It's a new role, it's a new hat, and she jumped in. She took the reins. There was not a transition. It didn't feel like a transition. We did not feel as if we were out of a chair. And I applaud you, I applaud your effort, and I applaud your professionalism and your consciousness and your readiness and your willingness to take hold of the mantle that you carry. It is a heavy one, and we thank you. I'd also like to give thanks and extend thank yous to Ms. Chantel Drummonds. She is our co-chair, and she has been the cornerstone and invaluable support to the committee. She provides support and she provides help way beyond she gets credit for. And so I'd like to take this opportunity to publicly acknowledge you and say, we see you. She doesn't like the spotlight, but she is integral in everything that the committee does. Yes. And so we are underpinned by you and we're hinged by your support, and we appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. To our JN Plus partners, once again, we thank you. Mr. Aldine Williams, thank you. Mr. Jumoke, Patrick, Miss Judy-Ann Nugent, and Miss Karine Dillon. We thank you for sharing your vision with us, that vision of advocating for the rights and concerns of people, in particular those living with and affected by HIV/AIDS. As I said earlier, those who society tends to look past and we do not see. So through your empowerment, through your partnership, we have been able to put our little footprint in an area that we would probably have overlooked. So we thank you, thank you for bringing this initiative to us, for giving us the opportunity to serve our community in a broader, wider way. So thank you. And to the wider CSR committee, thank you guys. Thank you for your time, thank you for your effort, thank you for your support that you have given through this entire initiative, as well as through the inception of the committee. You've always been there, we've always lended our support, and it is remarkable to see each individual extend of themselves, because this is an initiative that is somewhat voluntary. And so these members have given of themselves their personal time, and so I extend this most sincerest thank yous to you all for your effort. You are seen, we appreciate you. This is a priceless gift that you have given us, given the authority and the Jamaica government by extension. There are not many who are doing these types of initiatives, and you should applaud yourself and dust your shoulders off for being trailblazers in this type of society that we live in, where things are a little bit more closed off. You've extended yourselves and you have given of yourselves, and that is something to be commended. Thank you very much. And lastly, I would like to share a quote from Kofi Annan, and it says, literacy is a bridge from misery to hope. And this is what this initiative represents right now. We are here today placing one little brick on that bridge of hope, hopefully for, in the future, millions of children going forward who are affected by HIV and AIDS. So thank you very much. I extend my hat. I will not take my off, but thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Siebert. Thank you, CSR. Thank you very much. Thank you.